Snowflakes drifted through the dim streetlights, piling against cracked sidewalks and abandoned storefronts. Marcus Hayes tightened his coat collar as he exited the late shift at the auto shop. He carried that familiar exhaustion, the kind that came from trying to build a stable life in a world that rarely gave him a break. Marcus hummed low under his breath, some old blues tune his mother used to play on Saturday mornings. He walked slower than usual. The cold stung his cheeks. That's when he saw them. Two kids sat huddled behind a dumpster near the alley, a boy around 12 and a girl, maybe 8. Their clothes were thin, their cheeks red from the wind. The girl's hands trembled as she tried to warm them with her breath. Marcus paused, debating. He had things to worry about, bills, overtime, and a world that looked suspiciously at a black man standing anywhere near white children alone at night. But ignoring them? Impossible. He approached slowly. "Hey," he called gently. "You two all right out here?" The boy shielded his sister with a quick motion. "We're fine." "You don't look fine," Marcus replied softly. The girl whispered, "We're cold." Marcus sighed. "Where's your folks?" The boy's jaw tightened. "Don't got any." In the glow of the street lamp, Marcus saw everything he needed to see. Fear, hunger, and a desperation he recognized from his own childhood. He crouched beside them. "Look, I'm not here to scare you. Just want to help. There's a shelter a few blocks down. They'll have heat. Food." The boy looked down, ashamed. "They said we're full." Again. Marcus exhaled long and slow. "All right. I ain't leaving you like this. Come on." The boy hesitated, torn between fear and survival. The girl stood first. "I trust him." And that was that. Marcus led them to his beat-up Ford truck, heater barely working, but warm enough. The girl quickly fell asleep against his arm. The boy kept his eyes sharp, watching Marcus, as if waiting for a betrayal. Marcus only said, "I'm Marcus, by the way." The boy finally answered, voice low. "I'm Evan. She's Lily." Marcus's small two-bedroom home was nothing fancy. A creaky porch, second-hand furniture, faded walls. But it was warm. It smelled of fried chicken and old vinyl records. The kids stood in the doorway, unsure whether to step inside. "Don't be shy," Marcus encouraged. "Shoes off by the door. House rule." Lily beamed. "It's warm," Evan whispered. "Why are you helping us?" Marcus shrugged. "Someone helped me once. Feels right to pay it forward." That night he cooked spaghetti. Too salty, a little burnt, but to Evan and Lily, it tasted like heaven. They ate in silence until Lily asked, "Are you going to call the police?" Marcus paused, fork halfway to his mouth. "Not unless you're in danger." Evan's eyes softened. "We ran away from foster care. It wasn't good." Marcus understood. Some things didn't need explaining. "Well," Marcus said, leaning back, "you two can stay the night. We'll figure things out tomorrow." But tomorrow became a week. A week became a month. A month slowly grew into something that felt like family. Marcus taught Evan how to fix bikes, change oil, replace filters, little things that gave a boy who had never been wanted a sense of purpose. He taught Lily how to cook, though she mostly spilled things and giggled. Every night ended the same. The three of them listening to old music, Marcus humming while Lily fell asleep on the couch, and Evan pretended he wasn't enjoying it. They grew into a fragile but beautiful rhythm. Life was stable until it wasn't.
Everything's gonna be
One
okay.
humid July afternoon,
We're here to help
Marcus
you.
came home to flashing blue lights outside his house. 2 police cruisers. An officer talking to the kids on the porch. Officer Daniels, tall, square-jawed, and cold, eyed Marcus with suspicion the moment he stepped closer. "You Marcus Hayes?" Daniels asked. "Yes, sir," Marcus replied cautiously. "We received a report that 2 missing minors were seen at this address." Evan stood beside Marcus, trembling but defiant. "We told you we weren't missing. We left because our foster dad hits." Daniels cut him off. "Careful, son. Making false allegations is a serious offense." Lily began crying. Marcus stepped forward. "Officer, with all respect, these kids weren't safe where they were." Daniels sneered. "And who made you judge and savior, huh?" You don't take in runaways without notifying authorities. Marcus clenched his jaw. I was going to. I just. Save it. Daniels moved closer. Hands behind your back. Evan yelled. He didn't do anything. Lily latched onto Marcus's leg, sobbing. Don't take him. Marcus whispered. It's all right, baby girl. Keep breathing. Everything will be okay. But he didn't believe it. He was arrested on charges of harboring minors and obstructing authorities, charges that could easily snowball into something worse in a system that had never been kind to men like him. Evan shouted as Marcus was led to the cruiser. We'll come back for you. I promise. Marcus only gave them one look, a soft, reassuring smile, before the door closed. Marcus's world shrank to cinder-block walls, metal bunks, and the hopeless rhythm of incarceration. He was sentenced to 25 years, after the foster parent claimed Marcus kidnapped the children, a lie the court never bothered to question. But Marcus survived by clinging to memories, Lily's laughter, Evan's stubborn loyalty, the warmth of the little home he once had. He worked in the prison workshop, kept to himself, avoided fights. Many nights, he sat alone on his bunk, whispering, Hope they're safe, that's all that matters. 2 decades passed. His hair grayed. His hands stiffened with age. But one thing never changed, the love he felt for those 2 kids he once rescued from the cold. Marcus shuffled into the courtroom.
I didn't do it!
Wrists cuffed, still in an orange jumpsuit.
I'm innocent!
He was older now, slower. His life sentence hearing loomed, the state arguing he violated conditions and now deserved to remain incarcerated indefinitely. He scanned the room, expecting no one to be there. Then he froze. 2 adults sat in the front row, a man with a strong jaw, neat hair, and a determined gaze, and a woman with soft features, blue eyes, and trembling hands. Evan. Lily. All grown up. Marcus's heart nearly burst. The judge called, Case 24-117. State versus Marcus Hayes. The prosecutor rose. Your Honor, Mr. Hayes has demonstrated a pattern of disregard. The doors swung open. Evan stood up. Your Honor, that's enough. The courtroom went silent. I'm Evan Miller, he declared. And this is my sister, Lily. We are the children Mr. Hayes was accused of kidnapping. Gasps rippled through the crowd. The judge looked stunned. You are the victims? Evan stepped forward.
No.
We were the ones he saved. Lily, voice shaking but firm, added, If Marcus hadn't helped us, we might have died. We were cold, hungry, and running from abuse. He gave us a home. He gave us love. The prosecutor objected. Your Honor. Sit down, the judge snapped. Evan held out a folder. We've submitted new evidence, documentation from CPS, medical reports, testimonies from our social workers. The foster home we were in was shut down years later. We were telling the truth. Lily wiped tears. We've spent the last 5 years tracking Marcus down. We didn't know he was still in prison. No one ever told us. Evan stepped closer to Marcus, raising his voice so the whole court could hear. This man saved our lives, and we're here to save his. Marcus's throat tightened. Evan. Lily, you two look. You kept your promise, Lily whispered. Marcus closed his eyes, tears slipping free. So did you. It took 3 hours of testimony. Evan spoke of how Marcus had taken him under his wing and shown him what a real man was supposed to be. Lily spoke of safety, kindness, and the first home she ever felt was hers. They both spoke of guilt, regret, and love. When the judge finally ruled, her voice trembled. Mr. Hayes, this court owes you an apology that can never repay what was taken from you. The charges against you are vacated. You are hereby released, effective immediately. The courtroom erupted. Lily sprinted to Marcus, hugging him tightly. Evan held him next, gripping him with the strength of a man who never forgot the father figure who saved him. Marcus whispered, I knew you'd grow into good people. Evan shook his head. Because of you. Lily smiled through tears. Let's go home. Home. A word he hadn't felt in 20 years. As they walked out of the courthouse into the bright afternoon sun, Marcus breathed deeply. The sky looked wider than he remembered. The world smelled new. And between Evan and Lily, now adults who refused to let the man who saved them die in prison, Marcus felt something he thought he'd lost: hope. And for the first time in decades, he smiled without pain, because family was waiting for him